Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're taking a good look at XRP, XLM, VeChain, Cardano, and a couple of other altcoins. I think that is going to be very interesting to do. But also, I want to tell you guys more about the giveaway because somebody has won and I think you guys want all the info. So first off, we're actually doing another 100 XRP giveaway on this video. And all you have to do to enter is make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. But this time, I have upped the like amount to 1,500, so if we hit that, we'll be giving it away. Why have I done that? Well, over on Twitter, if you guys have checked it out, I already let you guys know that we hit 1,000 likes, so somebody is going to win 100 XRP, and I'm planning to announce and pick that winner live in our 50K subs special. So even though somebody has won, I and you don't know who it is just yet because we haven't picked him, but we know for sure we are giving away 100, so that is coming up and you guys should be excited for that. What video? Well, you can just check through my list here. It's like the previous video to this one, or maybe 2 videos ago. It has already hit 1,000 likes today, so pretty damn cool. Having said that, I've been taking a good look at XRP today, and I've actually now found out how to get multiple charts in here, and I am so excited. I've often told you guys that looking at charts from the bigger picture is very important. I've told you very often that I analyze them from the top down, starting at the weekly, moving on to the daily, moving on to the 4-hour to trade, or sometimes even to the 1-hour to trade. And right now, I'm just in complete heaven because I can finally put them all inside one big screen here. I'm very happy to see that. Now, having said that, I can also just kind of adjust them and move to my liking here. I love it. This can be a little bit clouded, right? It can be a little bit too obvious, and I've also put here a clean one for myself here so we can analyze the trend a little bit better, just clear and clean. And what kind of excites me here is how, first of all, we have kind of a similar pattern going on here. If you just take a brief look at what's happening, pretty damn funny. That's one thing, but also how things have finally changed up a little bit. I don't know if that's necessarily positive, but things have switched up where at first we thought it was a bullish pennant. We thought it was first, with the flag being here and the pennant being created right here. Right now, though, it is looking like we're trading sideways. If not, again, if that's not the case, it's more so like a descending triangle pattern. At least that's what it's looking like right now. And I also shared that a little bit earlier on Twitter, as you can see right here. I saw it switch up from, first off, a pretty obvious, in my opinion, bullish pennant. It's clear as day. And what I said when we covered that one, it's very important to listen to what I say, not just to what I show. You only trade this if we break out on the upside. If we break out here, you open your position, you have a stop loss at the middle or something along those lines, and you only trade if we break on the upside. With this pattern here, what it's looking like is we're going to continue on moving sideways for a little bit with XRP. Again, this is not a proven science, this is just our guess. And then we could break downwards from this one, or it could just be sideways movement, hopefully showing a little bit more signs like this, where there's a higher chance of breaking out afterwards, since that would be a continuation of our current trend. And I've actually spoken to a couple of analysts a little bit earlier today, and one of them told me, according to Elliott wave theory, I have to actually check some of the bigger ones here. I don't know, I think he was showing me on the daily or even the 4-hour. What he has shown me, I'm going to quickly try to replicate that if I can. I think I'd have to go for the 1 day here. What he showed me on the 1 day is how, through his idea, right, we have seen multiple waves, like 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Or at least 1, 2, 3, which is a, let's start from the lowest low, we go up, we retrace, we correct, and we go up higher and then go back down lower. That's just like one move. At least he pointed out a little bit differently here, but it's to give you guys some idea, right? It's just kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type of situation that you should understand for yourself a little bit. Let me quickly get rid of this one to have more room. Now, let me go to the other one here to make it a little bit more clear. What he has also shown and said was that right now, in the whole daily here in 4XRP, it's not like we've already seen the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern happening and this being like 5 or so. It's actually so that we are right now at, for example, 3 or something like that, but it is not even finished, meaning we're going to be going a lot higher even for 3, going down a little bit again to correct, and then going on for number 5 or whatever point I just told you guys at. It's just the bigger picture here is that we're not even done with this wave that we're seeing. And I think that's more apparent on the weekly chart here, that this is just the start of something bigger. We have now started the big bull run again. It's kind of looking like what we saw back here, by the way, which is kind of scary because I don't think that's going to happen, but it does resemble it a little bit. On the contrary, though, I said that to confuse you because this is completely different from what we're seeing right now. If you believe what I just said, you're in the wrong, all right? This was a test. Why? Well, this right here and this is all continuation of a downtrend. So as you can see right now, the trend is moving downwards. Prices are going like this. And this is just a quick come up. How are you going to say a quick, I guess, correction to the upside, so to speak here, before falling back down lower. And an easy way to see that is, for example, here, you place one move lower, for example, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get the idea of what I'm trying to say here. You keep making lower highs is what you're making, and this is still a continuation of the pattern, but you'll most likely see that happening. What happened here, though, is a trend reversal, and that's also what we're seeing right now. Pretty damn obvious in my opinion. It's the start of something way bigger. It's the start of something completely new, not a continuation of the pattern like all the price action up till like somewhere here, or potentially even right here. So that's a big difference you should be noting. And what that kind of means is just whatever we go right now, it doesn't really matter for a little bit longer term, right? It's just kind of annoying for right now. You might feel like you're losing some money, but I've told you guys on the channel so many times, if your average price is below 50, nothing to worry about. You could have already taken yourself some huge little profit. That's kind of contra, right? Huge little profit. I'm dumb like that. I'm sorry. I'm not a native English speaker. I try my best though. Again, you must admit, the English is getting better. I notice that the more videos I make here, the better the English pronunciation, that's one, but also the easier the flow goes. I mean, at first, when I was making these videos a couple of years ago, I used to have such a trouble reading fast in English out loud. I would stumble, or what is the word I should use? Oh, cringe. I would just tumble over those words many, many times over, and I could just not pronounce like a lot of them. But right now, it's going pretty damn nice, and I'm kind of proud of that. So, a little clap for myself. Pretty damn cool to see. But yeah, I would say we're going to continue on with the trend we have kind of seen already. We might be moving sideways for just a little bit. It's not going to be too strange. I don't actually think we're going to be seeing our descending triangle anymore, actually. I think still, if anything, it is going to be looking more like a bullish pennant soon. But that would just be determined in just a second by the next bullish candle that is going to be coming out. If it's somewhere around here, we're going to have to definitely make another video. If it's all the way up here, though, it's just a continuation of the pattern, and we're most likely out of the clear already. It just depends on if it's going to make another lower high, like what you're seeing right here, just high, a low, a lower high, a lower high again. If we're going to continue on with that, I'm definitely going to have to talk about it again because I would be kind of confused with exactly what's going on. We're definitely trading sideways with a little bit of a twist then, because the lows here are also not making too much sense if that does happen. However, if we go back up there again, nothing to worry about and nothing really much to say, as that's the highest course of action. And otherwise, our price points of interest, as we've established a ton of times before, should actually briefly have a little bit of a simpler chart here for XRP. But I've also actually done this for XLM with taking the courtesy to only make this one as annoying to watch and not have you suffer through or have a seizure for watching all the rest. Because I know that's almost impossible if you're watching it even smaller than I am. Because I have a big ass screen here. It's a lot simpler for me. But yeah, for that one, the XLM trend is actually a lot simpler to see. And for that reason, it's actually a lot simpler to trade XLM right now than XRP. I would say, as this one can be moving sideways for just a little bit. It has already gone up exponentially and crazy in the last couple of days, though. I mean, look at this. This is about 3 days of price action, which is already about 175%, so it's not that strange if it were to go sideways. XLM has just made another new high point, at least for a little while. I mean, if you look back here, it's been November 2018 since it last hit, so that's about 2 years ago. But it just broke out above the, I don't even know exactly which Fibonacci level this is. Let's quickly, can I see that even? Or am I too far? Whatever, it doesn't really matter which exact one it is, and I don't know the colors out of the back of my head. Let's see which move, I don't even know. It doesn't really matter too much. There might be an easy way to see it, but I'm still a newbie at all of this, so mind you. I think it's the 1.2, just the first one, but I can't really be sure. I would have to zoom out, which we're gonna do here. Let's quickly check it out. It is the 1.6 already. Okay, so I've actually skipped out a couple of these ones. It's the 1.6. It's pretty damn far, actually, if you're honestly talking with me here. Having said that, though, what it's looking like is we just breached that one. However, volume, there's, first of all, quite a lot of volume on all the red candles here as well. When we go down, we are having a quite determined move. It's not like we have some small drawbacks or anything like that. That's for one. The move is discontinued now. I mean, we had a pretty clear idea of what was happening at first, which has definitely switched up to the downside here, but it could be that we're just testing this new resistance turn support right now before we go back up higher, as it has already touched it now twice, and is definitely going to be the short term here that we have to watch for and decide whether or not we will stay above there and whether or not we can take another long, or whether or not we're going to be falling down to the nearest support level, which I have not graphed in here. I'm going to say that somewhere around this area is most likely going to be touched next, 18.05, if anything, which you guys can also see, by the way, on here. As you guys can see, okay, that is actually perfectly on the Fibonacci. So, no, it's a little bit below that, actually. I'm just trying to sketch everything. I'm also new to this 4-chart layout, guys, so cut me some slack, all right? I'm trying my best. So that is actually a little bit below the fib level here. There's still a chance we're actually going to hit that. I would actually not count that as something too heavy, though. I still think that's within margin of this resistance turn support. However, we've already hit it twice. The more times we do that, the higher the chance we're just going to bounce back up from there, as bears, to keep it in kind of easy terms, are trying to push the price back down. However, the bulls are stopping them, and the more and more they try, the more exhausted, which is the word we use for that, they get, and the higher the chance of the bulls winning this kind of race and taking us back up higher. And since this is the 15-minute chart, it's actually pretty interesting to see how that price action is going on the very, very short term here. 1 minute, you can see that it's happening even more often, but with 1 minute, you really shouldn't be messing around with too much because you're going to make yourself go crazy. With that said, VeChain here is also doing kind of similar, but kind of the opposite way, where it just got to the Fibonacci. And on the channel, I said a little bit earlier today, there's kind of 3 things that can happen. One is we actually tested once more in breach, which unfortunately did not happen. The second is we're going to go to around this little support area right here, which we did. We went down a couple, is it really a couple percent or just a teeny weeny bit? About, 3% lower than the resistance, but I kind of count that as the same thing. It's most likely this level right here, another smaller resistance, but whatever. And otherwise, we're going to be falling back all the way to this support, which would have been quite a more heavy move, and we would definitely have to talk about that a little bit more. But right now, everything is within reason. Everything is still looking fine for VeChain. The trend will still continue on. I'm not really doubtful of that either. And we'll most likely just retest this Fibonacci level pretty damn soon, unless, of course, everything switches up for Bitcoin, in which, it will be a little bit of a different story. But corrections are always going to be there, so I don't really worry about them, guys, as long as our longer term is set in stone. Having said that, a couple of other things here which were pretty cool was the CNBC's Mad Money host Jim Cramer says not too late for Bitcoin even at 19,000. Pretty cool for him to put this out. But I also saw this here by DAI, which was that they haven't listed XRP. I'm still wondering if that's a bigger agenda or if that's just these currencies like Bitcoin Cash, BNB, no, actually different way. Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum used to be the top 3 always mentioned. Bitcoin Cash is really a commercially big coin, and BNB coin kind of the same way. And XRP kind of does not fall in that list possibly of stuff that these guys like, even though the program has very, very often shown it before, I believe, right? They used to be kind of a fan about it. I don't really get that too much. But DAI says obvious agenda. I don't know what their agenda would be or could be, but I made the joke that they are not trying to show it to buy more, which is kind of fun because if you think about it, November 24th here, let's see the exact time. It was about 5 or so p.m. Let's see where the XRP price was at that point. The 24th at about, I need to go to 6 p.m. here. That's about right there, the 18 hour, right around there. Yeah, we've actually, I guess if you zoom in a little bit, let me quickly check. So I have to add 1 hour to this one. So I put it 5 o'clock. Let's go for 6 o'clock here. It is just before this candle, right around here. It's kind of strange though, because the price went down from there about 10%. So it's not like they, No, I wanted to make a couple of theories like they're keeping this low to buy more or something like that. But there's a couple of things I could say about it then. I could one say, yeah, they did their best to keep XRP price low and it worked since prices fell down. On the contrary, I don't think that happened. And also, I've been discussing time upon time again now over on Twitter with some of you guys, and I'm getting really kind of annoyed by it, which I shouldn't, I know. But I keep talking about the fact that if it was Flare that was causing this, it would have most likely taken a pump just after Binance had done all of this, had shown that they are supporting it. Even though Binance US did not do that. But there's a couple of other ones that are also pumping up Flare right now, or at least helping out Flare, which should have definitely caused a pump in XRP, but also does not explain the pump in XLM. And XRP and XLM are moving pretty similarly right now, even though XLM is at a completely different range by actually gaining even a lot more than XRP did. And I'm kind of getting pissed off that I don't have more XLM as well. Can I actually say that XLM went up more? I don't actually think so. I just think it did better in a even shorter time frame here because it kind of came to the party a little bit later. However, I think XRP actually, if we take the weekly, has actually done better. But I'm not too sure about that. Don't quote me on that one. But yeah, I don't think it was Flare. I don't think it was Spark. I don't think it was Binance doing all of this. A good chunk could be the fact that PayPal has listed all these other cryptos already, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And those already took a big move upwards because, well, it was said in the announcement initially. And then a lot of speculation came around that XRP and XLM were going to get listed eventually if regulatory clarity allowed it. Maybe people are hyping up for that. Another one that I keep expressing and keep thinking about is the fact that those are a couple of coins which are generally regarded as very, very useful coins. However, they were also very much down there still. But whenever I think about that, logically speaking, Bitcoin Cash should also be going up, and it isn't. But then on a different end, Bitcoin Cash is kind of dumb. So from that perspective, I'm like, well, this kind of does make sense. I should also quickly talk about ADA though, because I've had a ton of requests for that. A lot of you guys are saying, yeah, man, talk about ADA more. We love that coin. And ADA actually just made another interesting top as well. But with ADA, the thing, as I've said before, is it's gotten into this range not too long ago here in about August or so. It's gotten at least in the range. But let's actually quickly see if we already breached that level now or not. So we hit one high here July 27th, but that was at 17 cents. Right now we made a move towards about 19.3 cents, so we've actually definitely crossed that. And the last time we hit this was also August, or yeah, about July of 2018. So it's actually in the same boat of our other cryptos here pretty much. So I can kind of claim now that ADA has also finally made it to the big boy list. And let me actually quickly put in a little bit of a Fibonacci here to quickly kind of showcase or kind of estimate here what's going to be happening or what's going on. Let me also quickly add in a 1.2. Okay, so no, we're not there quite yet. I thought maybe we were already getting close to this Fibonacci here at about 1.2, but we are not. We could have actually done a couple other things, but I don't think those are all worth the watch. One thing that's kind of interesting is the bigger Fibonacci move here from the big bull run is how the price reacted perfectly to that level a ton of times here. Are you guys seeing that? Let me quickly put this one lower. It reacted perfectly to this price level here, which I'm assuming is the lower fib from the move here. Okay, no, it's actually just exactly the zero that we hit a couple of years ago here. Hopefully I put that one on accurately because it's pretty perfect and pretty cool to see how we reacted so many times to exactly that level. It's kind of a baseline here. And we actually skyrocketed from that point upwards like crazy as well when we hit it. Look at that. In September here, we went up like crazy once we hit that. Pretty cool to see. But in the longer term, though, I don't think we're having any doubt that this one is going to be juicy. They also have their partnership coming up with Litecoin, and Litecoin is getting a lot of hype right now, even though I've often said that Litecoin is pretty stupid. Ever since Charlie Lee, the founder, sold at near all-time high, he said he did that to show that he will always support the project no matter how many holdings he has, because a lot of these guys are only in it for their own benefit, and he is not. I still think LTC is pretty damn stupid, and I've said it on multiple occasions. Even though price, yeah, it may still do good. I still hold it. I'm still, pretty positive about it. But if you're honestly asking me how good Litecoin is, I'm going to say it's very dumb, and I don't really recommend people to buy it. But then again, not a financial advisor. I'm not recommending people anything to buy or sell. This is all just my opinion, all just my thoughts. So you go right on ahead with whatever you want to do. But it's personally not my thing. Then, talking about altcoins just a quick second more, altcoins are about to have ungodly pumps, says analyst following XRP's insane rally. Lark Davis said, holy cow, XRP up another 65% a day. Insane, altcoins are about to have ungodly pumps. Big caps are just a start. Get ready. Yeah, I'm also wondering about that one, right? I'm wondering about these smaller DeFi or these smaller altcoins that have actually been kind of still, because those can only prosper in bigger bull runs, right? That's when people start to diversify their large holdings and their high cap coins into smaller ones. I'm kind of wondering about the move that that's going to be making, but we'll see. I'm pretty excited though as of this point. I'm pretty damn excited with everything that's going on. Hopefully you guys are too, and hopefully your investments are going well. If they aren't, well, too bad. This is not financial advice anyway, so I can't help you. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody.